This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. To the air, it's Holstein. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it on the left. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
He wants to change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Fires toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give on the inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Using his feet. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of these plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback.
He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. The lead is 6 in the first. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, biggest game of the week and maybe this season. The top 2 teams in football, here's how it ended. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a matchup between the top 2 teams in football is going to go a long way in telling the story of this season.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback keeper. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Holstein. He's going to take off. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Haas. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Oklahoma, 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the right side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, TCU! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Sends it back in motion. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback empties his backfield. A design run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Third and long. He's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling.
Going for it all. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Looking for room at the 40. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Running to the left. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Tatum. There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This is a designed run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Wants to go up top. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Got a man, it's Payne. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He rifles one deep to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And he just does enough to get that first down. It wasn't pretty. It's not going to look great on the stat sheet. I know he ran a very long way to go get that 1 or 2 yards to move the sticks, but at the end of the day, awesome individual effort to keep this drive going.
Time to take a shot. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Going right to work up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Lost a throw on first down. Moving out to the right. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Forced out of the pocket. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Good, right down the boulevard. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if we're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Trying the left side. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll leave it with him. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and...
He's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. He tries to take the top off. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, TCU!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
On the play. You know what time it is. It's fourth down.
The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They want to run it left here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
To the air, it's Holstein. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback got it himself. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having 6.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Lets it fly. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll try to get outside. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. DB's right up on the receivers. Running into the open space. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a gap. It's Tatum. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular now.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They want to run this quarterback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll... Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Toss to the outside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They're looking for an advantage to the right.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll take it himself. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
A run for the quarterback. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a bad break. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Swings it out to his running back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The sure hands, it's Baker. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw it. Throws toward the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning.
Unloads it downfield. He's got it down the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown Sooners. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Going to take a shot at this DB. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Buys a little time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it in the middle, it's Baker. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Horned Frog! And once he found 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They're still firing away even with this lead. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end.